The church literally told you that you could not touch your own coochie. And it's not even in the book. That's not even in the book. And they told you that you could not even touch your own coochie. And you was scared to touch it, even though it was yours. So much to where even when you had something going on, you was damn near scared to even investigate the problem. Because the church told you you could go to hell for touching your own coochie. And why would they say that if it's not in that book? They put this book together and decided what they was going to put in it and what they was going to take out of it, what they was going to add to it and what they was going to delete. And they've been doing it for centuries because they know that you touching your own coochie would leave a lot of men without a coochie to touch. Walk with me. This is how patriarchy, this is how misogyny influences religion. Because if I can convince you that pleasuring yourself is wrong, then you got to go get the pleasure from him. This is how I say it's about access to women's bodies. People always push back on that. The world revolves around access to women's bodies. Politics, sex trafficking, religion, all revolves around access to women's bodies. Why would God be so concerned that you need to be a virgin? Perverted men are making up these rules. If it was important for you to be a virgin, it would be just as important for him to be a virgin. But no one even talks to the young boys about virginity or purity. They only talk to the girls about it. Why? Because they're making up these rules as they go. They're making up these rules to benefit men to have access to women's bodies. This is why the family unit is so important. This is why one man, one woman was instituted, even though the Bible really supports polygamy. The Bible supports rape. The Bible supports slavery. Monogamy is not a theme of the Bible. How did it become the major theme of Christianity? Oh, access to women's bodies. You have to get married to please God. Why? Because if I force you to get married, you got to have sex with me. Because God demands you have sex with me. God is very concerned about sex and women's bodies. That's why he had to come to a virgin. Because he couldn't come through no girl who's already been penetrated. Because God cares about her penetration. The religion is about women's body.
If that conversation was too much for you and you just had to clutch your pearls, you need to go ahead and leave. I endorse this activity vehemently among women. If you are so scared to do things to yourself, but you will let this man or woman or whoever do things to you 2,500 ways from Sunday, you should leave. You don't know yourself and you don't want to know yourself. You're repressed and you have fear and you project. I find you dangerous. Because the thing is, I came across someone talking about Dante's podcast, and she just said, oh my gosh, I want you to know as somebody who has passed away and come back, I didn't burn. There's no burning. This is all a fear tactic. Death is a fear tactic. I want you to know death is the most beautiful thing you could do, and everybody has to do it. You are dead longer than you are alive. For my manifestors and alchemists and transmuters out there, though, this activity that she's speaking of, you need to do that. You doing it with other people. These people are empty. These men are empty. These women are as well. So it's rare you're going to find somebody in alignment who can get your abilities to heighten. Hence why I have recommended this activity to people, women I mentor. I created a manual for it. No, it's not in publication. Why? I don't believe it should be everybody's business to know it. I'm very selective in who I choose to know and give information to. But since you're here, you should be aware of this. And if it's coming across your FYP, you clearly are meant to know it. They lie to control you. When you have fear, you're easily manipulated and controlled. That's it. That's all.